Welcome, everyone, to the Spring 2024 Cougar Textbook Access Program, or CTAP, Faculty Town Hall. My name is Matt Oltremari. I am the Program Director and Analyst for Auxiliary Services. And joining me today is Timothy Jackson, Market Leader for Follett, and Emily Porter from Follett. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Today, we're going to be providing a bit of an overview on our CTAP program, and then we'll kind of go through some of the questions and answers, the common questions and answers that we have seen or have for faculty. And then our partners with Follett will be providing some information on some new initiatives that they've rolled out to increase the communication amongst faculty and students. So the Cougar Textbook Access Program is our equitable access course materials program. All required course materials for our undergraduate students are provided through this program. Students are automatically opted into the program at registration. So when they register for classes, they are automatically opted in, and they are feed according to what the fee structure is for the fall, spring, and summer semesters, respectively. So for fall, it's $299. For spring, it's also $299. And for summer, they're billed $180 for the program. There is a learning materials tax that is also applied, a sales tax that's applied to the fees. And the students will see that those fees on their student fee bill. There'll be two separate line items on their fee bill, and that they will see both. The students do have the option to opt out of the program on a semester by semester basis. That opt out is done through their student account on the financials tab. There's a button that will give them the option to opt out, or if they're opted out of the program, they can opt back in. They have the ability to do that opt out and opt in process through ORD for regular session 1. And for spring 2024, that ORD date is January 31st. So students do have the ability to opt in and opt out of the program anytime up until that date. And once they are, wherever they are on January 31st is where they're going to be for the semester, whether they're opted in or opted out of the program. The program is structured as a digital first program. So that does help keep the cost of the learning materials down. So if a textbook or learning material is available in a digital format, that's what the student will receive. There are some cases where digital are not available, and in that case, the physical materials will be provided to the student. Either way, those students will be communicated regarding access either to the digital materials or when to pick up their physical materials from the campus store. Benefits of the CTAP program, we do believe that the CTAP does provide transparency. It definitely helps the students with their decision making and budgeting for each semester. They do have the ability to receive their course materials on or before the first day of class. That is one of the things that we really strive to achieve as a program. We believe that the CTAP program does create equity and does give students flexible payment options. So they do have the ability to apply financial aid to pay for the program. And as long as they have that their financial aid does cover that after tuition and mandatory fees are covered. They do have the ability as well to use an emergency deferment or an installment plan to help cover the cost of the CTAP program. CTAP does preserve student choice with the opt-out option. So we do give the students the option to opt out if they either are not interested in the program or if it does not save them money. Really, the ultimate goal is to make sure that we are providing learning materials for the students at the best possible price that we can. And so convenience is another benefit of CTAP. It kind of reduces that shopping around that students need to do for each semester, and really provides a stress-free purchasing experience for the students. The opportunities that we have with CTAP, one of the things that we are constantly focused on is improving the communication, both on the academic side to you, our faculty, as well as to the students through partnerships with enrollment and admissions and other campus departments. We've been in the process of establishing some new relationships with those departments to really provide CTAP information prior to students even stepping on campus. You know, we want to be make them known of CTAP during the recruiting phase as well. So when they are being considering U of H and getting some information about the university, we want to make sure they're aware of CTAP as an option. We're constantly improving the FAQs that we provide on our website to make sure that we're providing the best possible information we can in as clear a manner as we can. And improving access instructions that includes both for you as faculty on setting up your course materials in Canvas and also for the students to actually access those materials. We have dedicated email address for CTAP here at the university. We use ctapuh@central.uh.edu for you as faculty to answer, to ask questions of us regarding CTAP, and also for students regarding the opt-in and opt-out process, any credits that may need to be applied to the, to their fee bill, and just general questions regarding CTAP. There's another email address that actually Follett will be addressing here shortly that will also be available for students. That's a new enhancement that we've rolled out for this spring. Just a quick recap of some of the numbers from fall 2023 for CTAP. Out of the 37,000, almost 37,500 students that we had, undergraduate students, 77% of those stayed opted into CTAP. So that equated to just under 29,000 students that stayed opted in, and about 8,500 that opted out of the program. And of course, opting out, reasons can vary. Again, either it didn't save them money, they weren't interested, that type of thing. So the total savings over retail pricing for those 29,000 students was approximately $5 million for fall 2023. So we're really excited about the success of the program in its initial semester. Just a quick reminder about course title submissions and the adoption deadlines for each semester. March 15th will be the deadline for summer adoptions, April 15th for fall, and then of course for spring, October 15th. So it's hard to believe, but that March 15th date is really not that far away at this point. So definitely not too early to be thinking about your fall, your summer 2024 courses, and then of course fall for that April 15th deadline. Starting for spring 2024, Follett did implement a new auto renewal process for adoptions, and that definitely increased the adoption rate that we saw. So that definitely made the process simpler for faculty, easier for faculty, and also better for Follett on their side as well, to make sure that we had as many of those course titles submitted and the adoptions finalized. Of course, the on-time submittals are very crucial to securing materials for students, both for non-CTAP students and for our CTAP students. Of course, for those non-CTAP students, Follett needs time to secure as many used books as possible. And then, of course, for CTAP students, we need to ensure that we can fulfill that CTAP promise of providing those materials by the first day of class. So very important to make sure those titles are submitted and the adoptions are finalized prior to those deadline dates. So just a few kind of an overview of some of the faculty FAQs that we've seen and that we have currently on our website. This is not all of the FAQs. Some of the questions I pretty much have already covered in the overview. So I just sort of added some things that were not covered already. What's eligible to be covered by the CTAP fee? It covers required materials for undergraduate students. Course materials are defined as any item within the ISBN that's legally available for sale or distribution in the U.S. to the higher education market. That does include ebooks, courseware, and clickers. Recommended materials are not included in the CTAP fee. Of course, again, what is not covered by the CTAP fee, those recommended materials, additional products and services that are not eligible include things like web subscriptions, like InChange, different surveys, softwares, evaluation and assessment tools, and supplies such as goggles and science kits and art kits. Will CTAP affect your academic freedom as faculty? No. CTAP was built with the intent to ensure academic freedom remains intact. You will be able to continue using the same materials you do now, although you do need to be using the most recent edition available. What if I would like to utilize physical desk copies of the course materials? The UH Campus Store can help faculty obtain instructor desk copies of those current editions as needed. Ancillary materials are delivered, such as PowerPoints, quizzes, test banks, and solutions will continue to be delivered in the same manner as they are now and have been. Where can you access digital learning materials you're teaching? Those digital materials are available through the Canvas Learning Management System. And the question that we commonly hear, I've never used digital learning materials before, will I receive training? The answer to that is yes. Publishers can provide training opportunities for faculty to ensure you're comfortable working with your learning materials. And that's by the publisher. So that's something you can connect with the campus store and they can help facilitate that. Will CTAP have an impact on my students' learning experience? Of course, yes, it will. Students receiving their course materials before the first day of class really means that they are prepared for learning on day one. So that's an advantage for you as faculty to be able to get your course started on that first day and really get a move on for the semester. We do also provide suggested language for CTAP that you can use on your syllabi. That is there. That information is actually on our website on the faculty FAQs page for CTAP. And of course, you can customize that message for your particular course as needed. So I'm going to turn it over to Timothy. He's going to provide some Follett updates for spring 2024.
Thank you, Matthew. Hi, my name's Timothy Jackson. I'm the market leader for the UH System bookstores, and I oversee the UH main campus. We learned a lot from the fall in terms of CTAP, and we've implemented some new processes and procedures this year that are, or through this semester, that should help us immensely, and particularly with you, the faculty. We have a new self-service portal. There's new customer email going out to students. There will be a new email going out to faculty that will tell you how to set up your course for the CTAP program. And we've also got a new customer email support that's going to be supported by a Follett team. And so I'm really very excited with these new processes. Really, the goal for us was to reduce student and faculty friction points. In terms of what we learned, a lot of people weren't sure where to find the materials or how to access them. Faculty weren't exactly sure where these materials would show up in Canvas. And so we've got some new procedures that are going to help make that a lot simpler for you and the student. But first, I'd like to introduce the ctap@follett.com email. This is live for this semester. It's brand new for us. Traditionally, we were using the auxiliary service email. We feel that this CTAP@Follett email will help make it faster for faculty and students to get assistance, particularly if something's not working. If you can't get your program to come up in Canvas, or if a student's lost access, this email will be monitored by a Follett team and will be able to support those students in real time. So here's the really exciting piece. These are going to be the self-service tool. We all know students will have homework due at midnight, and so at 11:50 they go to log into their book and they've lost access for some reason. We'll have a 24-hour self-service tool. This is currently live right now. We have a banner on the bookstore's website. If you go to it, you can click and you'll follow through. There's going to be hundreds of articles that students can look for to find information. There's a chat that they can use to try to isolate what information they're looking for. But this is really, really exciting, and it should help assist students who have needs, and again, 24 hours. Now, this part has already gone live, so for a lot of you faculty, you've probably already seen this email. This is really just to help support you. One of the things we learned were we had a lot of faculty who had never used digital materials. They weren't sure how to set up the LTI. So this email went out to you guys. As soon as we get the book adoption into our system, the following day there was an email. I believe these are going out every Tuesday. You'll get this email that shows what courses you're teaching. It's a really great visual cue to say, hey, is this the right material? And then it also walks you through how to put this into Canvas. I find this to be one of the best parts about this and how proactive Follett has been to try to assist faculty with their concerns and how to set up the LTIs. And here's just a little bit more into the instructions on how that would look when you're trying to set up those LTIs. It basically will say, this is the course you're teaching, here's the material, this is a Macmillan book, here's how you're going to integrate that Macmillan link into Canvas. Now, what's even more exciting, and this is hot off the press, is we also have added a student email. This is going to be a lifesaver for all of us, because I know that students were coming to faculty asking, hey, I don't know how to get to my material. This email has gone out and it will tell students, okay, this is the course you're in, this is the product, and this is how you're going to find it and access it in Canvas. We hope that this email will help eliminate a number of questions that you guys have probably been receiving, because I know we've been getting them live in the bookstore. And that's all I have in terms of the new stuff. The bookstore is available for any questions if there's anything you guys ever need. I'll pass it back to Matt, but thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Timothy. At this point, we will open this up to questions. If you have any questions, please feel free to type those into the Q&A on the meeting, and we will get those answered as quickly as we can. Not seeing any questions being typed in. We'll give just another minute and make sure we're allowing time for those to be asked. Well, I am not seeing any questions popping in, so I believe that will wrap up our CTAP Faculty Town Hall. Thank you very much for joining us today, and we hope you have a great day.